You know when you hear a word and you know that your entire life is going to be better because you've now got the vocabulary to describe a specific feeling. Poundland is selling a new range of £1 sex toys and natural Viagra like L'Esprit de l'Escalier, the French for coming up with the best ever comeback a few minutes late and not being able to say it to the person who's offended you. Or Schadenfreude, the German for the feeling you get when something bad happens to someone and you're pleased about it. And now we have Hepeating. For the uninitiated, Hepeating is when a woman says something and a man, recognizing that it was a good and sensible thing to say, repeats it with slightly different words, and then takes credit for it. Pretty much any woman you ask will have experienced some form of Hepeating over the course of her life. For me it was university, where I'd say something in a tutorial, and some guy wearing a beanie who was still semi-high from last night would say, "Yeah, just coming off the back of that, I was thinking," and then say exactly what I had just said without adding anything. It's apparently very common in meetings, where women will make a point, and then a bloke I like to imagine he still uses hair gel says, "Yeah, I think that Sarah made a really good point, I'm just thinking," and then repeats Sarah's literal exact point. Enter Hepeating, invented by the friends of Nicole Gugliucci, and then shared on Twitter. My friends coined a word Hepeated for when a woman suggests an idea and it's ignored, but then a guy says same thing, and everyone loves it. Nicole Gugliucci at Noisy Astronomer September 22, 2017. Twitter users also pointed out that this happens to people of color in offices a lot also. It's been suggested that we should call that copyright. So what are you supposed to do if you find yourself a victim of Hepeating? Well, you've got options. Personally, I am petty and have a decent amount of time on my hands, so I'm very comfortable starting a game of Hepeating tennis. He Hepeates. You reiterate your point. If he Hepeates again, you reiterate again. Maybe you fill an hour-long meeting going backwards and forwards saying the exact same thing again. Alternatively, you could go for a quick, clean smackdown. "That's what I just said," is a nice easy reply which makes it very clear what's going on. Or, with a smile, you could try, "Sorry, are you Hepeating?" The popularity of the expression mansplaining has made it possible to simply call mansplainer in a conversation, at which point the burden of responsibility falls to the mansplainer. Hopefully Hepeating will similarly join the canon of language and all will be well. If you're the mature, sensible type who likes to actually tackle problems, rather than using passive aggression, or just plain aggressive aggression, you could try talking to the person in question. I understand that you're agreeing with me, but it feels a little like the points you made in our meeting were just a repetition of what I've already said. Is a perfectly fair, sensible way to let someone know that ripping off your ideas is not going to fly. More why you shouldn't jump to conclusions about a man who's mansplaining. More woman gets mansplained at while reading a book about mansplaining.